Matt, Rector is being railroaded in this deal. That's my personal and professional opinion. Railroad it's a pretty old word, and it means that somebody that's undesirable is being run out of town by the sheriff. Maybe even better analogy is like from the Old West, that a horse thief is guaranteed a fair trial followed by a prompt hanging. Well, I don't want to see that happen, and I think it is happening, or it's about to, and it's not too late to stop it. That's why I'm here.
Attorney Paul Cutts has been retained by Senator Matt Rector on a $1 retainer fee to represent him in both of the ethics complaints that have been filed against him. Cutts says he believes all of the allegations that have been brought against Senator Rector are political in nature.
Matt is not, by any long shot, the most popular guy in the legislature. He makes a lot of noise, he kicks up a lot of dust, and he's stepped on a lot of people's feet, and a lot of them don't like him. He said bad things about business in favor of labor. A lot of people don't like that either.
Cutts talked about the ethics complaints stemming from Matt Rector's use of legislative funds to lease a GFT building.
This lease was signed off by Senator Respicio, Senator Wampat, and by Teresa Terlaje, the legislature's attorney. How come nobody said anything about it back then? All of a sudden, now, this is an important deal. The legislature has the power to start these investigations on their own. They don't have to wait for somebody to send in a letter.
Cutts also spoke about the changes to the Ethics Committee's standing rules that now allows the legislature to dismiss or expel a senator with only 10 votes instead of the prior unanimous vote requirement.
What I believe some members of the legislature are trying to do through this indirect process is to create a vacancy in the legislature that can then be filled by an appointee who can then run in the election. It's coming up pretty soon. We all see the billboards going on. Can run in that election as an incumbent. And by the way, Matt Rector's his reputation gets trashed in the process.
So what of his self-admitted burglary conviction in California? Cutts says that the senator's only admission is to trespassing on private property. In fact, in PNC's last interview with the lawmaker, Senator Rector said the same. In addition to this, the senator said he believed that his record had been sealed. Cutts explains that the record has actually been expunged or legally erased from the record.
They had no intent to steal anything, to do any damage, and in fact, they didn't steal anything or do any damage at all.
Hence, according to Cutts, the senator pled guilty to a lesser crime, served probation, and his records were then legally wiped clean.
They are sealed or they don't exist for all practical purposes as far as we civilians are concerned.
Sealed records, however, are accessible by law enforcement only, which is why Cutts has now asked that the Ethics Committee subpoena the Guam Police Department to find out who leaked the information regarding Rector's sealed or expunged record to the media.
What actually happened is that some folks from KUAM accessed some information somehow.
Cutts believes that because there was no intent to steal or damage property, Rector's record would be considered by Guam law as criminal trespassing, which is a misdemeanor and one that Cutts believes is not a crime of moral turpitude. Clint Rogel, PNC News.